today on 15 on 15.
Aruba's average revenue per available room exceeded expectations in 2014. We find out how this year's numbers are holding up. Plus, you can learn a new language while waiting for an instant message response thanks to this new app. And beach tennis may be a fast-growing sport on this island, but this isn't the case for other countries. Thank you for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. Aruba had a tremendous year in 2014 with regards to getting visitors to spend more money. The numbers this year so far aren't surpassing what was accomplished last year, but it is stable and tourism stakeholders are optimistic. The director of AHATA says Aruba's RevPAR exceeded expectations in 2014. There wasn't an increase in the volume of tourists, but the hotels worked diligently in order to increase their guest expenditures during their stay on the island.
Just that the way in which the hotels were responding to this initiative to increase RevPAR, I think right across the board, they were able to implement higher prices against a better quality product that they've been investing in, and they were able to stick with it. And it didn't really impact occupancy. The occupancy level was about the same in 14 as it was in 13, but it just meant that the average price per room was considerably higher.
Certain factors played a role in the increase for revenue per available room, one being a five-star hotel being opened.
And of course, it was the first full year of the Ritz-Carlton's operation, so that was good. And, I mean, all in all, it was a good year in terms of virtually all of the hotels being able to fine-tune their marketing and achieve higher prices for their rooms. So we took a big step forward in 14. It's continuing to grow in 15.
Overall, Aruba's numbers are looking stable for 2015 and has been in the safe zone since the start of last year. This week's healthcare conference, Aruba has brought local and international experts within their field to discuss the future of medicine. The Minister of Health for Aruba had some inspiring words for the physicians.
It's all about giving good quality of healthcare to everyone. But what is good quality of life? What is good quality of care? I think we do all agree that it is important, but I think it's quite difficult to define it. But I believe you should try to define it, because if you cannot define what good quality of life is, you cannot make it tangible and you cannot work it.
When it comes to practicing medicine and caring for patients, Minister Schwengel says it is not always about the most advanced medicine and up-to-date equipment.
Whenever a patient comes to you as a doctor, and the doctors here, they know that. My mother, by the way, told me the biggest truth, and my mother is not an academic, and she gave me my first lesson what I should do whenever a patient is coming in. She told me, if you can meet the patient open-faced, honest, with a good temper, and giving a love in your treatment, you will heal that patient for 50%, whatever it is. And it has been true till this day.
Moving forward, Aruba's downtown Oranjestad is about to relive a very important part of the island's history. A 16th century historical practice will be replayed. Back in the 16th century, ships used to arrive on the island and the horses would venture in the water, eventually making its way to the roads of downtown Oranjestad. At one point, Oranjestad was filled with horses. In order to illustrate this moment in time, 8 horses will be made out of fiber. This is part of a project of public art with the goal to include more culture within the community. The color blue has been chosen for the horses. At the end of June, the 8 horses will be placed at various locations in Oranjestad. So be sure to look out for the horses. The Barden Bay project is just one of many art projects to come. Soon, a dominoes event will be held in San Nicolas to capitalize the game in the area in which so many people identify with. Don't go anywhere, because coming right up, we have trending lifestyle topics for you. including this one. Here is a quick peek. Coming up next, find out when fruits are at its most nutritious state. Thanks for staying tuned. You are watching 15 on 15. The rise of online messaging apps such as Facebook Messenger, Google Chat, and of course WhatsApp has created a new type of downtime. You know the downtime that I'm talking about. It's between messaging someone and waiting for a response. Well, that time frame right there has technology experts saying it is prime intellectual real estate. A team of developers from MIT have created the Wait Chatter app. It is an extension for Google Chat that allows users to work on learning a foreign language while they wait for a response. People who use this app can learn on average 4 new words a day. Have you ever wanted to learn a new language but couldn't find time? Presenting Wait Chatter. The app leverages wait time for education. Wait Chatter detects when you are waiting for an instant message response and presents vocabulary exercises during that time for you. Experts found the best time to present an exercise is immediately after user sends a chat message. During casual instant messaging, users learned 57 words in 2 weeks, which is an average of 4 new words per day. Happy learning! Very smart and useful indeed. Now over to a relationship topic. Babies are awesome, but they require plans, lots of planning. So there are a few questions couples should ask themselves before putting the bun in the oven. Relationship experts say, ask yourselves, what kind of parents do you want to be? Couples should talk about which role each of you will play and come to some sort of an agreement. And how do your fights usually end? That's an important one. Also, do you laugh a lot? Because believe it or not, when the baby is crying at 3 a.m., there isn't much to do about it but laugh. And how are you financially doing? Everyone's number for feeling child ready is different, but do look at your bank accounts together. Raising a baby takes more money than you think, and you should both agree you've got the cushion to support that. Relationship experts suggest also asking yourselves whether you are okay with drastic changes to your sex life. And the most important question of all, do you both want this baby? Switching gears on over to your health. You already know that it is important for your health to exercise regularly and eat your fair share of vegetables and fruits. But at what state of the fruit is the best time to reap all of its nutrients? Find out now. Fruit experts say there is actually an ideal time in its lifespan when it is best to eat it. Fruits are at their peak nutrition when they come off the tree or vine. But when fruit is picked, the nutrition starts to deteriorate. If it travels in a truck and sits on a store shelf for days, it is slowly going downhill from there. Luckily, though, a lot of the vitamins and minerals that you get from fruit don't change significantly over time. The biggest potential issue for the fruit over time, however, is the sugar content. The ripening process does impact fruit's sugar content and even some other nutrients. Here are some of the best times to eat certain fruits according to experts. The best time to eat a banana is before they get spots, and consume berries before they are mushy, and apples are at its best when they are crisp and tart. Let's take a break. Here is a word from one of our sponsors. We head to the beach after the break. The number 41 best male beach tennis player in the world has decided to represent Aruba instead of Holland. The pro player shares his experience of the sport with us and what he sees Aruba is lacking. Axel Samardzic represented Holland for beach tennis, but has now changed his status. When he is on the court, he is now playing for Aruba.
Well, my ranking is 41 in the world right now. Well, yeah, the passion. I mean, take a look around. It's you're on the beach, you're playing. Yeah, I mean, it's a team sport, and I mean, I just love the intense moments you can have with the rallies and the points, and it's an amazing feeling. Yeah, I mean, I can't wish for anything else.
Beach tennis is a fast-growing sport on the island. More and more countries around the world are striving to pick it up. So far, Aruba is much further ahead than most.
Well, I mean, Aruba is more advanced at this moment. There are people playing in Holland, but it hasn't been, so famous yet that it can go to the next level yet. I mean, we have some teams over there, but compared to Aruba, Aruba is way higher at this moment.
Axel is currently training on a daily basis to improve his performance, but he is also instructing students on how to play better. He says Aruba's players have potential indeed, but the skill level is not quite there yet.
For sure, the aggressiveness and the level overall, because there are a lot of balls that are high and they let them drop instead of going towards the ball and finishing them. And I mean, of course, it's easier said than done, but you have to start doing it for you to start, doing it also, switching it also in the game. The rest, I mean, it's just the level, because the moment you go to Europe is too much, it's too high. And now, of course, we're training a lot. I'm training some people to get ready, of course, for the November tournament. And let's see where it goes. I mean, we have potential, we have a lot of potential, but it's just training.
Thanks for being with us today. We'll be back here tomorrow night with a brand new edition of 15 on 15. You can catch it here on Channel 15 ATV at 7:15 p.m. as usual. So we will see you next time. Bye for now.